way that works with your body. Just fold yourself in. With practice, we become familiar with this place. So it doesn't matter how you fold your legs, as long as you are not feeling any discomfort. Or if so, maybe it's just minimal discomfort and it's okay. Maybe just the pressure of the bones into the earth, and we can remedy that with a blanket or just a little adjustment. So when we fold ourselves into the shape, let's bring our minds into the state of just coming into this moment. Just gently check in with your body. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just come in. Let your eyes close and relax. Let your hands rest. And let your mind rest. Mind rest upon the breath. So we give it a place to go. Gently begin to create evenness with your breathing. Check in with your nose. Some vigorous breathing through the nose can help clear those passages. Take about 5 more breaths, just trying to be still and present. It's okay if that challenges your mind, just gently work with yourself. Feel your body breathing. Follow the breath. The next time you breathe out, notice the earth upon which you rest. Next time you breathe in, feel the air around you on your skin. Release an exhalation. Slowly fill as deeply as you can without straining. Feel floating up to the collarbones and the feeling of a fullness that is not unpleasant, just full. And allow your exhale to release slowly the other way. Coming to a feeling of emptiness, tell yourself it's okay. Just pause briefly, empty, and then take a normal breath. Let your hands find each other. Feel their gentle energy and warmth as they line up. Open your eyes just to press the hands lightly together. Find that center line between the fingers and the thumbs. The center line between your eyebrows and the center line of the spine. Rest your hands into your heart. Breathe deeply in. And make your way up to your feet. Just take a moment with that process. If there's somewhere you'd like to pause, do it in your own way. One step at a time. Feet hip distance apart. Maybe a little forward folding moment. Let your feet spread and round. And then up to standing if you are not there already. Roll your shoulders back. Let your feet relax open upon the earth. I haven't talked about this in a while, but about firming the muscles around the bones of the legs. So we activate the legs. If the legs are flopping around, they can't do this practice. So lifting the kneecaps can help bring that sense of awake muscles of the legs. Awareness coming up the body, draw the navel gently to the spine. And that is below your breathing. So the breathing's above that toning. Take a nice deep breath. Arms gathered in by your sides. Exhale completely. Try to use your nose throughout the practice if possible. Inhale, let your arms turn out and reach up slowly as you breathe in. Gaze up as well. Nice link to the whole body. Breathe out, release the arms and fold forward. Let your hands land where they land. Knees bend as needed, curl in. And then inhale, we do a little bit of a back bend here. Just bring your heart and face forward. Bend your knees enough so you can spread your hands upon the earth. Take back your legs. Right first, left second. Refine for just a moment and hold your plank pose. Knees down is fine. Creating peace in the body. The low belly tones towards the spine. And then bring your heels down, and release your head down, downward facing dog. Feel that activity in the legs in this pose, that firming and then pressing back. Bring your fingertips gently into the earth, just to awaken the hands with a little bit of a gripping hand pose. And then let the hands spread. Exhale one more time. Bring your knees down to the earth. Release your feet. Untuck your toes. Bring your heart forward. Cow spine. Gentle. The low back staying pretty neutral here. Come down carefully to your forearms, keeping that cow spine in mind. Just a little bit of a heart forwardness. And then tuck your toes under and round your spine, cat style. Reach one arm forward and then the other, and lift up to your fingertips. Flex in the spine. Feel how everything is connected in this pose through the network of fascia. One more breath. Bring your hands into tabletop pose and come up. Release your feet. Continue that cat spine. So it's okay to intentionally round our spine. It's actually good. And we can strengthen in this position by walking back the knees. Keep your round upper back and come up your toes or stay on your knees for a flexed spine plank pose. 2, 3, just feeling all the different muscles working for one more time. Exhale. And then step your feet in or lift up your knees and take downward dog again. Just learning to rest in downward dog. Just scan your body from hands to feet, refining as needed. Compassionately making choices that are positive. Check back in with that idea of creating quietness in the mind, presence in the body and the breath. 4, one more wave of breath coming through. Bend your knees, look between your hands, and your legs can spring straight to help you step forward. Come to half lift pose, breathing in. It's okay to sip another breath there. Forward fold as you're ready. Exhale down, curl, release. Up to standing, use that inhale energy. Press the earth, rise, reach. Breath matching movement. And exhale. That whole exhale to bring the arms down and relax. And inhale up the center line with your hands, gaze up. Down the center line, exhale, folding in. Hands to shins, feet, or floor. Half lift, the cow spine, heart forward idea. Bend knees, spread hands. Take left leg back first this time, and then the right. Knees down, elbows hug in, and just bring your heart towards the floor. Hold, spiraling outward energy in the hands. So chaturanga, wherever you are with this, this is just a beginner's place where you can work with just a little elbow bend. Hug them in, and that's enough. Inhale energy, straighten your arms. Bring your belly forward. Upward facing dog. Knees down, table. And tuck toes, downward facing dog. Third one, repeating. Strength and stretching in the whole body here. Also bringing blood flow into the brain, the ears, the eyes. Can refresh us for the evening. One more breath. Exhale back into the legs. Shift forward plank just to find that shift. And then step in your legs. Come to half lift as you breathe in next time. Breathe out, fold in. Bend your knees. Seek your hips, come up to Utkatasana. Shoulders down, reach your arms. Feet are spreading. Energize this pose one more time. Reach a little more with your hips down, your arms up. And then release, legs straight, hands down. Fold forward over your hip bones. Knees bending as needed, and take your elbows. Feel the back of the body from the soles of your feet, up the legs, across the pelvis, the back of the body, back of your head, the back of the arms and hands. Just welcome a releasing in the back body. One more deep breath. Release your hands to those front hip points. Bend your knees a bit and use that bend to stand up. Just taking in the pose with that free breath. And bring your hands in front. Let's explore lifting up onto the balls of the feet a little bit. So concentration, find a spot on the floor in front of you. And center with your hands or hold your waist. And just notice what happens when you lift your balls of your feet. What happens with your feet? Just notice the feet. Press the earth. Try not to overly squeeze your calf muscles. And then float your heels back on down. Try to lift up your toes. Lift and spread. And release back down. Lifting the heels again. Notice a forward tilt in the body as we compensate for this lifting. Just let yourself relax and enjoy this concentration. Release heels down. And one more time, just lean back slightly. Just lift up your toes. And relax. Keeping that concentration, let's go into Vrksasana, tree pose. You just balance on your left leg, turn your right leg open from the hip, and choose your branch, low, medium, or high. Just don't press right into your knee. Just around your knee with your foot, or use your hands to bring your leg up. It's fine to step by a wall or to keep the toes on the floor. And again, just a little curiosity about what our body does to compensate when we change how we balance. Inhale, take up your arms if you feel inspired to do so. And take one more deep breath. Reach. Slowly breathe out and release your arms and legs. Just come back to easy stance, both feet down. And then the process of tipping ourselves over towards the right side in order to release the left leg and come to that side. So toes down, around the knee, up into that notch at the top of the thigh. Hands centering, eyes centering. Feeling free to try again. A state of non-judgmental curiosity and positivity towards yourself. Optional inhale, reach up for a breath or two. Inhale, reach as much as you can. Exhale, come out in your own way. Back to that neutral. And then just lift your hands so you come to the tips of the fingers. To help you remember how all of that worked and felt. Then bend your knees and step up to the side of your mat. And let's flow from side to side now, giving a little bit more movement going in our practice. One knee bending towards toes. So just a comfortable turnout side lunge. All the way into each side. So don't worry about a count. Just keep breathing and keep moving. The spine lengthens as you go down. Good. Couple more times. Make sure you're getting all the way into that lotus, because when you press off, you'll strengthen your hip muscles. Low, press. Low and press. One more each way. And then hold the right side. Take the left foot and turn it all the way out to the side. Reach up your arm and draw back your fingers. And then the right hand comes behind your skull. Concentrate on all of these actions, but with a smooth forehead, an unconcerned concentration. One more exhale. And come up, and let's come over to triangle pose. So your back foot needs to angle out the heel, so you can come on over, reach up and down. Lift your heart towards the sky. By concentrating on your belly center strength, you support the heaviness of your head. Three, twice more, move your breath. Use your next inhale to come up. Release your arms and side lunge other side. So we angle in the left foot, bend your knee towards your toes. Turn your right foot all the way out. Left foot behind your head, right arm straight. Draw back your fingers, gazing right. There we go. Our limbs are all doing different things. Plenty to concentrate on. So we allow ourselves to become the shape temporarily, just while we're here. Everything is this. And then straighten your back leg, head on into triangle pose by angling out your back heel. Reach up and down. Tone your navel to your spine. So we're trying to keep the shoulders off the ears so the neck is long and free. Deeply breathe again. And Inhale, coming up, reach your arms, turn both feet facing the same way. And exhale, bring your hands into your waist. Breathe in, long spine, wide parallel feet. Exhale, fold forward and slide your hands down on your legs towards your shins, ankles, or big toes. And then do a little half lift. And then fold forward. Deeply breathe again. And inhale, slide your hands back up your legs, standing up, shoulders back and down. And then swing the toes outward, come down to goddess pose. Low hips, open feet. Rest your hands upon your thighs. And take your right shoulder forward and down to create a twist in the spine. Keep your knees even. One more time, create that spinal twist. And then the other side. Just press the shoulder forward and down and twist your spine. Just customize it. So our eyes are part of our concentration in the practice, so just let them fall off the tip of your nose in the area you are facing, or let them close and rest at times. And breathe out once more. Inhale, come up, straighten out all of your limbs gently. On your exhales, keep your arms up. As you exhale, let your low ribs come together and down. So grounding the front of the body. One more time. Big breath, reach, let your ribs slide, and then ground and together your front ribs. Release your arms and step back to the top third of your mat. Taking in the energy of the practice for a moment. Feel the breath, the heart. And keeping your pelvis forward, take a step back with your right leg, so a straight leg revolve triangle foundation pose. Inhale, long spine, reach up your right arm vigorously. And then exhale, forward fold, sweep across. So I'm going to use my leg as the example, but you can go to the floor on either side. And the other arm releases and sweeps out to the side. So this is a great place to start revolve triangle, right here. It's halfway up. But go ahead up and lift higher with your arm if you like. Or just try this variation, because it always brings something to try it a new way. One more deep breath here. And as you exhale, unwind. And inhale, stand up. Take your arms to the sides, thumbs dive back, arms back. Gently bring together your knuckles or your fingertips and come up your back a bit if you can. Lengthen your spine, lift your heart. Fold forward slowly and mindfully, exhaling. Lifting the elbows gently. Nice openness in your feet. And breathe out, find your finishing. And then inhale to release yourself up. Hands slide down and release. Let the hands relax as you step out. And take the other side. So set that foundation, hips forward, legs straight. Revolve triangle first, big sweep up with the left arm. Forward fold is the first phase here. The arm comes across the body. Let's try that shin variation today. And then the other arm halfway out, gazing to the side. I actually found this more challenging than the way I usually practice it because I'm not used to practicing it this way. Simple looking enough, but not easy. And give it your energy and attention one more time. And letting an exhale unwind your arm, and an inhale will bring you up. Stay or reset if you need to in the legs, and Parsvottanasana. Roll back your thumbs, reach back your arms. Exhale, knuckles or fingertips together. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold mindfully. Weight goes into your back leg here to compensate for the balance. Release gripping in your feet. Trust the open feet. Three. All is Parsvottanasana. And exhale is 5. Inhale, rise up. And release your arms. Step forward. Deep breath with sound. Ashta Chandrasana. Take a big step back with your right leg to the balls of your foot. So holding your center with your hands helps you remember to use your Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, knee over ankle. And let's take up the arms with the shoulders down, gazing up as well. 3, 4, last breath. Exhale. Hands to heart center, lean forward. Let's kick it out if we can. So release your back leg and kick your foot forward and place it back down. Other side. Big step back to the ball of that back foot. Find your balance. Arms up, shoulders down. Roots of the big toes working here. And just one more breath. Enjoy this idea of just stepping forward, lean forward, press your front leg straight, maybe kick your back foot out, and then stand and center. This time as we step back, big lunge again, but angle in your back foot. Warrior A. Pelvis forward, grounding the pelvis. Let's take the elbows wide, hands soft and open. Draw your elbows back. 3, exhale. And let's finish with the reaching up arms, hands together. Again, shoulders down. And then open to warrior B. I'm learning this transition. So making little adjustments so you have room to open to the side in the pose now. Gazing front, shoulders down. And reverse warrior. Cradle your head. Keep your knees centered. And release gripping in your feet. Lean and reach. Last one in this series. Parsvottanasana. Be where it feels good for you today. Breathe out one more time. See if there's a little room to grow. Then release. Turn your feet the same way and bend your knees to step back, top of your mat. And keep your hands on your pelvis to help you find your Warrior A, step back other side. So that back heel angles in, pelvis forward. Here's another nice variation, is weaving the fingers together at the heart. Nice and low in the pelvis in this pose. Just feeling the rib cage and the lungs and the heart inside. And inhale, sweep up your arms, gaze up as well. One more deep breath. As you exhale, release your arms down. Transition your back foot out to the side, so back toes out. Changes the hips, and then we reach out the arms. Just take a moment to refine yourself so that you can hold comfortably. Nice little turn of the head. The neck is included in these poses as a secondary. And relax, exhale, arms down, reverse cradle your head today. Lift up your heart a bit. Your knees centered over your ankle joint and towards your middle toes. Lean and reach, last one. So just keeping the hands a little bit softened today. Still in that early in the new moon phase. A little softness in the practice. And then have a sense of just growing. See if you can reach your arm a little more. Find a nice sensation. And then come on up. Turn feet the same way. Bend your knees. This activates the springs in your inner arches. And then you can step to the top of your mat. And then let's bring the feet together. If possible, touch your big toes. And hold your belly center. Just letting yourself sway gently. Holding that belly center with love. Our pranic center. Emotional center. Become very soft. And just a little bit longer. Exhale, still. And just as you open up your eyes, if they've relaxed, just have a moment to be aware of your balance with your feet together. And then release. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, reach to the earth. Bend your knees, spread your hands, take your right leg back. If you would like, you can use a blanket underneath your knee to bring it down. Anjali-asana, bring your front knee forward and stretch out. Low lunge. A nice lifted low back in this pose. And press your front leg into a straight position. Come to your heel, draw back your toes. Point your toes. And then draw them back again and fold forward towards your foot. Ground your back foot using the top of that foot on the earth. Come into any degree. You can use your arms as you like for balance and support, or to deepen the shape, you can take your foot and draw back on it. Ask your body to release tension. And then bend your knee to release your leg and draw it out to the side. Come up into gate pose, Parigasana. So we side bend here. Do radiate from your belly center. Turn towards the sky like in Parsvakonasana. And the foot is grounding inside and outside edges. Yoga is very good for our ankle stability and strength. Inhale up. Other side, so tabletop. Shift if you're using a blanket under your knee. Anjaliasana, low lunge. So here we're going to come towards our toes. Roll your shoulders back, lengthen your low back. Just let the weight of the arms hang down. Concentrate on the balancing. So creating all this steadiness in the body helps create a steadiness in the mind. Let it breathe out once more. Really press strongly in your front foot to come to Hananan's pose. We straighten out the leg. Draw back your toes. Point your toes deeply. Stretch the top of your foot, that front body. And then draw back and fold in Hanumanasana, variation. Wherever it feels good for you today. Listen for the breath. Ujjayi breath, victorious breathing during the active practice. Just one way, one method. Good for calming a busy mind. Lift sound through the nose. And let's come up and transition the leg out to the side, Parigasana. Rounding inside and outside edges of your foot. And then add your side bend. Let it feel positive. We haven't done side bending really in the practice a lot today, so just go easy. Soft, steady breathing. All these different ways of balancing. One more time, deep breath flowing through. Focus on your ankle, this flowing energy. And then use an inhale. Carefully release that deep side stretch. And let's head to our bellies. So blankets out of the way. With your knees down, take your hands really far forward. Bend in your elbows. Reach your chest down. And just come down to the earth. And straighten out your legs. And bring them down. Reach back your arms and leave your fingers. Inhale, lift up your chest, stretch your hands towards your heels. Feel the belly breathing. One more breath. And release. Weave your fingers the other way and come back up. The legs are activated here. Open your heart, strengthen your back. One more time. And relax, release, come forward. Arms comfortable. Lift up your feet so your knees are bent, and then lift your knees off the floor. Press your feet towards the sky. Doesn't have too much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think of your bridge pose. Press your feet. One more time. Press and release. Let's take a half frog for a few moments. So let that left knee come up along the side. Either side is fine. You can curl yourself around. So your knee stays on the floor and it just comes up alongside your body. Optional to take your torso towards that same side. Let your head rest comfortably. And just let go of any effort. Perhaps a deep breath, drawing in and an exhale with sound through the mouth. And just make sure that nothing is poking into your temple on that side of your head that's resting. So rest on your bones instead of on that temple area. Let your eyes rest for a few moments. In this pose, we shorten the muscles of the low back. And this can be done for a nice long hold if it's beneficial to you. You can give yourself a nice 15-minute version sometime if you like. Well, let's make the most of a shorter version today. Everything is soft here. Are your feet soft? Are your hands? And this one more time. A little gratitude for the pose as you let it go. And let's bring the heels towards the sky again before we do the other side. So head centered and comfortable, lift up your feet. Bring your heels together, continue to lift. 3, 4, one more time. Lift, press like bridge pose. And then release and relax. Bend your other knee, draw it up alongside you on the floor. And just stay neutral, turn your head to one side or curl your torso a bit as well. So shortening that other side of the body. Notice the temple area and just keep that free from any uncomfortable pressure. So when bringing our awareness back, each time we find the new shape in our bodies, we come back to the breath. We're in a mode of noticing the body so that we can take care if we need to stop something or change it. And here, just a little energy towards letting go of any efforts. The breath may have found a nice even rhythm on its own. Now that we've worked to establish it, maybe it has a nice pattern going. Or we just patiently come back and remind ourselves to stay steady there. Deeply breathe again. And as you exhale, straighten out your leg. Bring one hand underneath your chin and the other arm onto the floor. And let's see if we can lift up into the forearm position. Maybe using both arms to get up there and then try that uneven. And just a little experiment, try that uneven the other side. And then dolphin pose Hands flat or together, walk in your feet like downward dog, head down. Strong uplift in the low belly. Press your forearms into the earth one more time. And then bring down your knees and come back into quarter dog or child's pose. Your choice, arm position, toes tucked or not. A nice curl of the head, forehead towards the knees. Deep breaths across the back of the body. And one more time, exhale. Come on up, draw your hands in beside you, cross your ankles. So notice this process of shifting to your seat. So we can jump through, but in order to get up, we have to lean way forward, cross at the ankles, and then lean back to release the legs. So just enjoy that process with a little awareness. Draw back your toes. Point your toes, fold forward. Draw back your toes, hands back. Lift your heart, maybe your hips as well. And release your toes towards the floor again. Lift up and release down. Fold your right leg in and out to the side. And then reach out over that straight leg into Janu Shirsasana. Breathe out again. Inhale up and change to the other side. Maybe a little balance on your sacrum before you send your other leg out. Extend yourself out over your straight leg. Let forward folding be calming. It's naturally calming to your nervous system. And release your breath one more time. Inhale, draw up. And let's come onto our backs. Bring your blanket or your blocks. So we'll show the blanket first. So we can just put a blanket long ways, or I like this short ways with a little bit of a lift underneath the chest, so that when you lie back, you just lift behind your heart a little bit and it's comfortable. You can also just go flat to your back, Jenny. Just go to your back like a bridge pose with your hips down. And if you use the block behind your heart again, either a second block or a blanket behind your head. So take a few moments to choose where you'd like to be with that. Let your legs express themselves. What would they like to do? So this supported pose, either the floor supports the spine or the props give it a little elevation. So we have a back bend, which is a slightly energizing one. Let energy flow across that open space between the hands, across the chest and the heart. Feeling free to come out at any time. Or to make any refinements. And then have an option to take a different leg variation. I got easy cross legs, so I'm just going to cross the other way. to bring some balance to that work, or you could do something different or something the same. Five slow, deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Really stretch them out, but not forcing, just stretch the breath. Third one. Next time you breathe in, concentrate your awareness across the fronts of your shoulders and the chest, where the chest meets the fronts of the shoulders. Just try to soften there. Use mindfulness. And then the next breath, throughout the body, feel the energy of the inhale and the energy of the exhale. If you're on your back without props, you can just bring in your legs, hug them in. If you're using props, do be careful to come over to one side or elbow hold. So I like to just use your hands underneath the hips, bend your elbows, you give some support. Lift off and give yourself a little easy forward fold. Counter pose, calming that energy back down. And learn from your practice. If that was rather intense, maybe do something a little lighter next time. Or if it felt just right, just remember what you did, a little bit of paying attention. And then inhale, rise up. And let's finish lying down again. You can go slowly, tuck your chin a bit. Use your support under your head. If you have your blanket there, you could have a head support for the next bit. Knees bent. Pick up your right leg. Bend your knee to the side, figure four shape. Resting your ankle above your knee. Brighten your foot. Bring in the legs towards you if that feels good, or if you have just enough here on the floor, that is just fine. Or use your arms to draw in. Make this feel positive and nice for your body. So some bodies can really bring the legs in close. You can even straighten your bottom leg. For me, I need more space for my hips, so I just keep it pretty open. Let's enjoy one more deep breath on this side. So deep breath means take a little time. Have time to feel complete. And then change to the other side, your own way, your own time. Maybe just a moment of feeling the first side. Cross and open. Draw in or stay. We're working here on the limbs of the body. But the breath still travels that central channel, the axis. Letting the practice bring you into a state where you are taking a break from the work of the mind, and that releasing stress of all kinds, strengthening your health and yourself with self-care. One more time to take that deep, slow breath. And in your own time, release your legs. Take a moment to feel. And then the neck, the low back should be nice and lengthened here and ready for the legs to stretch out for our finishing pose. Support underneath the head if you like, a pillow or blanket. Arms open, legs open, just in an easy way. Next time your breath flows into the body, let it come into all the far reaches. Breathe into everything. And open your mouth with sound. Let the exhale gush away. Rest in softness. As the benefits of the practice assimilate into the body. Letting your jaw be relaxed. And breath becoming a natural flow again. Everything softened, free from tension, free from effort. Resting in the present moment. Receiving the practice that attends to our past selves, our future selves, by taking care of our present selves. And today, letting go, bring your body into an easy twisting pose to one side, a lying down twist. Just let the knees head over to the side, your own way. Turn your head away from that side. Customize this resting twist so it feels lovely to your body right now. Not jarring ourselves here, but keeping the nervous system very calm. Transition slowly to just an easy, positive resting twist, second side. Still in the resting, quiet space. Give yourself another breath just to bring any finishing to that position. And I'm taking extra care today to not disturb the nervous system with anything sudden. So very subtle and careful return. Sitting any way you like. Feel how the practice has released tension from your body, has opened your heart, has freed the mind. Let these benefits be received into the body. And then releasing the practice with a gratitude moment. And trying to move slowly as you transition to the rest of your day. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.